Is your sweatshirt collection in need of a revamp? Simple, easy to sew sweatshirt patterns like the one I've got on tend to need expensive printed fabrics because with a design on, they cost more money. And I've been on the hunt for some elevated sweatshirt patterns that have got unusual twists to them and that look great in plain fabrics. I'm Christine, the Gemini Stitcher, and welcome to my sewing space. I've been pulling out all my sweatshirt type plain or solid coloured fabrics, and I wanted to get some inspiration from some new patterns, so I found 5 of them that I want to take a look at together. It's from Deer and Doe, which is now owned by Closet Core Patterns, and it's the Neige Sweatshirt. Now, I've had this pattern for quite a while, made it once ages ago and then not gone back to it, so I think it's time I gave it an outing. The thing I like about this sweatshirt is the neckline, which is a high neckline but not claustrophobic, and the sleeve detail. So what do they say about the Neige? A thoroughly modern take on a classic sweatshirt, Neige features statement-making design lines and an articulated and exaggerated sleeve. View A is inspired by classic styles with an elegant funnel neck and side split hem. View B takes a nod from sportswear with a cropped silhouette and ribbing at the cuffs. They're saying this is suitable for beginners, and if we look at the line drawings, you can see the thing that's drawn me to this one is these wonderful statement sleeves. Now, this isn't a baggy sweatshirt, it's got shaping, so it's not going to be huge and sloppy when it's on. You can have cuffs or without cuffs, you can have the high neck or a standard round neck, and this sleeve detail really drew me in and is great for colour blocking as well. Now, the sizing on this is from an EU 34 up to a 52. They do give you finished garment measurements on this, so that is well worth looking at to get the fit really well. And they recommend muslin weight jersey or interlock fabrics, sweatshirts, fleeces, French terries, PONTE ROMA, neoprene, scuba, and cotton elastane. They need to have 30% stretch. So how much do we need to make the Neige? For version A with 150 wide centimetres, you need 1.55 to 1.65 metres, and for version B 1.2 to 1.3 metres. So pretty good on how much fabric you need. So what do we think of the Neige? I hope I'm saying it right. Someone's going to correct me, aren't they? But I'm calling it the Neige sweatshirt. I'm loving the sleeve details because it's in 3 panels, so it creates like a lantern effect in the sleeve, and I think it's going to be perfect for colour blocking. So I've chosen 2 fabrics from my stash. They're both snuggly sweatshirt fabrics, so I've got a cream and I've got a turquoise to contrast with it. And I think this will work really well as the Neige because I'm thinking I will do most of it in the turquoise because cream next to my face is just a nightmare of disasters on the makeup front. So, and food. Let's not go there. So we're going to do the body in the turquoise, and then I'm going to accent the sleeves with the cream fabric. So that's idea for the Nog. Let's move on to the next yummy sweatshirt idea. This next sweatshirt is one that's a little bit different. It's a sweater and it's a shirt. It's the Fibre Mood Ollie Sweater. And just look how stunningly different this is. It's a sweatshirt in the main body, and then the cuffs and then the bottom third of it are done in a woven fabric to create a double layer with a shirt underneath effect. It's got a pocket on the front in the woven part, and I love it. The back, again, the shirt bit continues round the back. So let's see what they say about the Ollie. And it's Fibre Mood, £10.35 for this pattern. So buy the Ollie Sweater sewing pattern from Fibre Mood. Ollie is a boxy cropped sweater that combines the best of a sweatshirt and a shirt. The next line is finished with rib knit and the sleeves with classic cuffs. A patch pocket near the hem completes the playful look. Ollie is the perfect project for upcycling old shirts and sweatshirts. Bonus points for the faux button detail on the front cuff. No fuss with buttonholes. Really like this one. So the fabrics are stretch fabric for the main part of the garment, your French terres, PONTE, ROMA, or neoprenes even. And then for the shirt part, if you're not recycling a shirt that you've already got, you're going to need some light to medium weight woven fabric for that. It comes in sizes extra small to triple XL, which equates to a UK 6 to 28 to 30. And you need 1.1 1 to 1.75 meters of your sweatshirting fabric or knit fabrics. And then if you're using fabric for the shirt element, 0.5 meter to 0.75 meters of fabric is all you need for that. But look at it. I definitely need to make one of these. It's so different and so stunning as well. It's going to be great for spring. So maybe this is one to put on the back burner until later in the year next year. So, Fibre Mood Ollie. How different is this one? I'm loving the idea of having a sweatshirt that's incorporating shirt elements as well. And I've got another couple of fabrics that I want to give it a whirl with. So the first thing, the main body of the sweatshirt, I decided not to go with a sweatshirt fabric because that would have been too snuggly. In my head, too much difference between the shirt and the sweatshirt. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I've chosen this PONTE fabric. So it's like a double knit, so it's the same on both sides, a little bit more lightweight, and I think it'll be perfect to make the Ollie in as a spring sweatshirt. So I want to do the body in the green, and then if you've got an old shirt lying around that you don't use anymore, you could just add that and use the cuffs and the bottom of it. An idea. I've not. So I've pulled this. It's got a little, it's white. I know, white doesn't go with me, but it's for the shirt and it's the bottom and the bottom of the sleeves. And it's got a little bit of sparkle and a stripe in it. I'm not sure you can see that. But I want to do, let's put it like that, the bottom of the shirt and the cuffs in the white and the body of it in this beautiful viscose PONTE sweatshirt. It's a new one that's come out from Named, and it's their Alto or Alto Sweatshirt, and it's only £11, which is a good price for a PDF pattern. We're going to look at the line drawings first because this one is a little bit unusual and you can see it better on the line drawings. So the front top half, beautiful shaped top section, and then the side seams wrap around towards the front, and that means that the front sits higher than the back. And then on the back you've got seam details along the back of the sleeves. So this, I think, makes it really good for colour blocking. They've done it in a plain fabric, and you can see how the hem rises up at the front and down at the back, which is quite interesting, isn't it? But you could do the top in one fabric and the sleeves in one, and then the bottom in another. You get my drift. You can do your colour blocking with this one. So they reckon it's for a confident beginner, and the suggested fabrics are any medium weight knit fabric with 30 to 50% stretch. For a 60 wide fabric are 1.2 to 1.6 metres, so that's not bad at all. It comes in a UK size 6 to 28, so not particularly size inclusive on that one, sorry about that. And only other thing you're going to need apart from your fabric is some ribbing, because they've done theirs, the neckband and the waistband, in matching ribbing, which I think looks really nice. So Named brought out a new sweatshirt pattern. Perfect time of year for me to look at sweatshirts. Thank you, Named. And it's their Alto or Alto, not sure how you say it again, sweatshirt. I'm loving the detail around the top, and I think I'm going to make this all in one colour the same way that they have. And because it's a loose fit, so I can get it on and off easy, I thought I would make it in this gorgeous marl effect fleece fabric that I got from Little Legs Fabrics on my recent visit there. So it's not hugely heavy weight fleece, so it's got a bit of drape to it. So because this is a boxy type sweatshirt, I didn't want anything too rigid or chunky because it would just swamp me, if I'm honest. So I thought doing it in a fleece, all in one colour, and doing the top stitching maybe in a different colour to highlight it would really make that sweatshirt super special. So that's the fabric that I want to use for the Alto top. Next up is the Sitka Sweatshirt from Hey June Handmade. This sweatshirt is great for colour blocking. You can do it with two colours like the one here, or you can introduce a third colour into this beautiful V detail, which also continues around the back of the sweatshirt as well. Really liking this one with the three colours in. And if you want to go plain, you can just do a plain sweatshirt, and you could even, I think, do it all in one colour but incorporate the V detail as well and do some top stitching to elevate it. So have a look at the line drawing. So there are three views: view A, which is a plain sweatshirt, view B, which is two colours, and view C, which is three. Again, this one would be great for stash busting, but let's have a look how much fabric we need. For size 0 to 20 with 55 wide fabric, with view A, you need 1 3/4 yards or 1.6 metres. View B and wristbands, you need 0.7 metres. View B lower sweatshirt and waistband, another 0.7 metres, and 0.5 of a metre for the neckband. and wristband and sleeves. View C lower sweatshirt 0.7 meters, view C upper sweatshirt 0.5 meter, and view C middle sweatshirt 0.5 meter. So there's a few different ways that you can configure it. I think all done in the same fabric with the top stitching is a really good idea. Hey June, I've got the beautiful Sitka sweatshirt, and I'm sure you'll agree it's a little bit different with that V detail, and you can have 3 colours. So of course I'm going to have 3 colours in mine. So I'm going to use some of the green Ponte, and I'm going to use some mustard rib knit that I've got. Fighting with it. So they're the 2. And then I'm going to use some cream fabric as well as an accent. So I'm thinking that I will do the top or the bottom part in the green and the mustard, and then divide them in half with a little bit of the cream fabric, and then I can use the cream for the neckband and cuffs. So there's lots you can do with the Sitka, but they're the 3 colours that I want to make mine in. Is from a French pattern company, Anna Rose Patterns, and it's their Junon top. It retails at €11, and it's great for colour blocking. You can do the stripes down the front. You can do it all plain in a very patterned fabric, but we're looking at plains at the moment. This version has all been done in one colour, and it's got a mock cable down one side. Which you can see better on this photo. And it's got pleats on one side as well. This version has got pleats on both sides, but no cable. So there are all sorts of different options. It has a little bit of a cinched in waist, so it's not ultra baggy. Drop shoulder sleeves for that casual look, and then a narrow cuff. It also can be made as a t-shirt top for the spring and summer, and indeed I've made one of these already. So what do they say about the Junon? Junon features drop shoulders and a round neckline. Its originality lies in the range of variations that are available from the front for the front bodice. You can thus sew a regular sweater or a sweater with symmetric or asymmetric bands. To enhance the bands, you may consider top stitching or play with different fabrics, colours and materials, which means this is perfect for our chic loungewear. I got the Junon top pattern a while back, and I made the t-shirt version, and I definitely want to make a sweatshirt. I want to do it with the cable detail and the pleats. I'm going all out on this one, and I'm going to make it in this mustard rib knit, and then have a little contrast in the cable with the cream, or I might do it in the cream and have the mustard contrast. I've not decided which way round yet, but they're the 2 fabrics from my stash that I'm going to use to make that beautiful, unusual sweat top. So what do we think? I'm quite excited about all these sweatshirts. I've just got to figure out when I'm going to find the time to actually make them. But I don't have to make them all. It's just bouncing ideas around, showing you fabric that can work with them, and hopefully inspiring you as well. So I've shopped my stash, which is what I'm trying to do a lot over the next few months. But if you've not got any plain fabrics or solid fabrics and you want to give one of these a go, I've found some really nice options from 3 fabric stores that I've used before, I've ordered from before, they're reliable, and I like the quality of the products that they send. I like the quality of the fabric that I get from them. So let's have a look at 3 fabric stores, and I'll choose one fabric from each one, and hopefully you'll see it doesn't have to be the £18–20 a metre mark to get some stunning sweatshirts. So I'm here on First for Fabrics, a shop I always love ordering from when I'm doing online ordering. And I've gone to their PONTE ROMA section because they've got a huge selection of quality PONTE ROMAs that's a high viscose content, and that's the key with PONTE. If you get one that is polyester, it will have a completely different feel and a completely different drape. So they've got their baby PONTE ROMA for £10.95 a metre. Look at that magenta. Now, the baby PONTE is a 230 grams per metre squared weight, which is a lighter weight. It's 59% viscose, heavy viscose content, and 30% polyester, and a 11% spandex. It's got a whopping 70% widthways stretch, which is brilliant. So if you want a lighter weight sweatshirt, you can use their baby PONTE. Then they also do luxury PONTE ROMA heavy jersey, which is still only £12.95 a metre, which isn't breaking the bank. And the difference with this one is that it's heavier, it's 330 grams per metre squared, so you're going to get a more structured knit garment out of this. And the composition is even better. It's 68% viscose, 27% polyester, and 5% spandex. So the stretch on this is only 40%, which is more than good enough for the things that I'm making. But that's the fabric I've chosen from First for Fabrics for you to take a look at. Of course, I'm going to go to Little Legs Fabrics, aren't I? Because I go there an awful lot and do in-person shopping, but they have a fantastic online store as well. So I've gone to their Melange Fleece, which is the fabric that I've got in green. It's £4.25 is for half a metre, so it's £8.50 a metre. £8.50. Amazing. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 colours. And that's the colour that I got, the lime green. Gorgeous is that. But I do also fancy the cognac. That's a lovely autumnal colour, isn't it? Or the fuchsia. Of course, I love fuchsia pink, so I might have to get some more. So let's see. Now, the weight on this one is 240 grams per metre squared. It's 148 wide, and because it's a fleece, it is 100% polyester, unfortunately, but it is super soft. It's got two-way stretch, and they've got a lot of colours to choose from. So for snuggly sweatshirting, I'd look at the Melange Sweets. I'd look at the Melange Fleece from Little Legs. So the last fabric I've found is on Pound Fabrics. Always reliable, always good value. And it's their plain sweatshirt fabric, which is an amazing £9.95 a metre. And they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They've got an amazing 21 colours in this. So whether you want a more subdued colour like their dull ochre. If you want a bright teal, they've got that. They've got an amazing bright green colour, or they've got some more subdued colours there. That's a nice dusky rose colour. So you can catch my drift. 21 colours to choose from, £9.95 a metre. Absolute bargain. Oh, so there we are, 5 sweatshirts. All of them I love, and they're all going to work well with my elevated loungewear journey that I'm on at the moment. And if you want to see how I got on with my loungewear search, I'll pop the link to that vlog where I compared 2 different loungewear sets, and it's quite an interesting watch if you're into your snugglies like me. So obviously I'm not going to whip up 5 sweatshirts. Well, I could do, but I'm not going to. I want to take my time with these, and I want to make them look special. And I might add some piping to some of them. I might put some applique on. I might get my embroidery machine out. We'll see. I want to make every sweatshirt, hello Esme, that I make this winter special. So I'm going to put a poll up, if I can remember how to do it, and put the 5 sweatshirts that I've found up there, and you can vote for your favourite. And the one that's the favourite that wins at the end of December, the first week in January, I will be doing a full sew along day, and we're going to make that sweatshirt together. So if there's one of those 5 that you want to make and you think you might need a little bit of help with it, then vote for that one. And as I said, the one that gets the most votes will be the one that we do together in January. So I hope I've inspired you. I hope that you're going to take that step or leap and get away from, this is the toaster sweater, super easy, but I want to elevate my makes in 2026. So I won't be making any simple sweatshirts. I want to make them with a difference, and that's why I've chosen the 5 that I have. So I will see you all on Thursday, and I hope you've enjoyed spending some time with me and getting away from the madness of the season. Take care, and I will see you all soon. Bye.